Oh, it's me, Russ Shaw, on another dash cam session. Today I'm in Tacoma, Washington, and I'm doing a part two to why pornography is toxic. This is part two of the message I said in the last session on pornography being a toxic type of thing, right? I love technology. I love the internet. I love the fact that we have at our fingertips, at our disposal, man. If you have a smartphone, you've got all sorts of things at your disposal, right? As far as information is concerned, we don't necessarily look up, like, who grabs a dictionary nowadays to look up a word, right? You grab your phone, you grab your laptop computer, you look it up online, right? You type in a word and you can look up a definition. And nowadays we can track what words are the most looked up. And day after day, week after week, year after year, the number one word that people look up in the dictionary is love. How do you define love? And picking up where I left off in the last session, pornography being that addictive, right? I did the analogy of the cat drinking antifreeze, very sweet to the taste, very hard, especially in our culture, to see the dangers of it. For human beings, you know, making this metaphor with a cat drinking antifreeze, we don't realize how toxic it really is because people don't talk about that. It's becoming more and more culturally acceptable to be viewing pornography. Not a big deal. Used to be taboo 20 years ago, is now widely accepted culturally. Addiction. People will say that sexual addiction, cognitive scientists, neurologists, people that study addictions and habit formations will tell you that sexual addiction is several times more addictive than any other, like chemical addiction. As far as behavioral addiction, it is the hardest of addictions to kick. I have felt the weight of this myself, being a former sex addict. I'm 5+ years clean, right? I'm going on 5.5 years clean now. But I have people that are no longer friends with my wife and I. I mean, people that have told my wife, like, you're going to be married to him still. I don't want to hang out with him. I want to be your friend, right? I mean, sadly, they believe that this is an unkickable addiction. A lot of people believe that. If you look at sexual assault, there's level 3 sex offenders in sexual assault, whether that's with children or guys who use sex as violence to rape other people, and they will say that those people addicted like that, it's like addiction. It's very, very hard to kick. I would agree. That's why I do this, because I've experienced that freedom. I continue to experience that freedom. I continue to experience more freedom, and I want more people to feel that. I want more people to realize that once an addict, always an addict isn't necessarily true. It really is a heart issue. But, yes, pornography addiction especially is like 4 times more addictive than heroin, all right? Cognitive science, behavioralists will tell you that. So there's a reason why heroin's illegal, right? Nicotine is the second most addictive substance on earth next to heroin. And people who smoke will tell you how hard that is to quit as well. But again, this toxic pornography being culturally accepted is kind of scary nowadays. It really is. And there's a lot of people. This is a disease that grows in the dark, much like mold. And when it comes to the jacked up sexual ethics, the problems in the bedroom as a result of it, the lack of sexual potency in relationship, These are real issues. They're causing divorce and more divorce. Recently, one of the guys who heads up the National Matrimonial Lawyers Association, right? Divorce lawyers, basically. Time Magazine 2004 said that there was like a 50% rate of divorce, and half of the divorces that he studied were linked to pornography. Nothing, he's never seen this before. Just in the last few years, he said, an explosion of divorces linked directly to pornography use. This is serious. It's not just a little thing. All right. Yes, pornography is toxic.